Understanding this is really, really important. This one needs a very different approach from that of nutritional or dandruff hair loss, because nutritional or dandruff hair loss is not affecting any of your central organs. It is not affecting the system as a whole to this intensity. So, if the reason for hair loss is hormonal, you need a totally different approach to take care of it. And we will keep it simple because we need to understand the concept first without overwhelming you. So we will talk about hormonal hair loss as in thyroid and in PCOS, the polycystic ovarian syndrome, already discussed in the earlier chapters. Girls, if you do not remember something, of course you can go back and revise and master this whole content. So you must primarily focus on solving the underlying problem, which is most important. So you're using hair tonics, you're using multi-nutrition. Yes, they will all work to some extent, inconsistently and to some extent, because the main reason for hair loss is the hormonal imbalance. And unless you treat that hormonal imbalance, you will not get the results that you desire and you deserve. And also, staying with that hormonal imbalance means you are staying in an unhealthy state of body. And remember, this whole conversation is about being awesome inside out. So you can start your hair fall control regime immediately. In fact, you must start your hair fall control regime immediately, because the hormonal problems, they are lifestyle based, diet, stress, and so many other factors needs to be aligned to get really good results in the hormonal problem control. And that could take a long time. That could take a few months to a few years sometimes. So we cannot just allow the hair fall to keep happening till the hormones come back to stability. So on one end, you must start understanding that this is going to be solved only if you solve your hormonal problem, and you must begin the journey to live healthier and to control your hormonal problem. And side by side, without waiting for the hormonal problem to get solved, you must start the hair fall control regime absolutely immediately. Nutritional supplements, like I said, they will work. They will give only some results, because yes, an abundance of nutrition is definitely going to, even a cell which is not receiving certain other components, when it is in an abundance of nutrition, it can definitely cope better. The coping of the cell definitely increases. Hair growth tonics also, it is another form of nutritional supplementation only. So the hair growth tonics will on the surface give you these nutrients, whereas the nutrients go through the blood, and whatever applications we are talking about, they go through the scalp into the mesoderm. So the difference here that I would want you to carefully notice is, here I'm not talking about peptide tonics, which are just nutrition tonics. Here I'm talking about hair growth tonics, where I may be using certain synthetic substances which cause vasodilatation. By vasodilatation, I mean they cause more blood circulation to the scalp. They are kind of stimulants. So, in the case of hormonal hair loss, many times I also prescribe certain hair tonics which are stimulants, and these stimulants make sure that whenever there's a hair fall, the regrowth gets balanced back, the follicles do not get damaged and destroyed, and there is no balding or thinning of the person happening. So here there is a small difference that you need to understand, that in a nutrition or dandruff hair loss, it's perfectly all right to just use a general nutritional serum. But when it comes to something like a hormonal hair loss, or you will see in the future even a genetic hair loss, what would definitely work better is a stimulant, a hair regrowth tonic, because we need to make sure that there is no thinning or balding happening. One must use a sulfate free shampoo. Of course, this is kind of a hygiene. So like I say, when it comes to skincare, if your face wash is not right, everything else is going to be a problem. Similarly, if you're cleansing, you don't get your cleansing regime right, you may not be very happy with anything else you use. So I think, other than people who have dandruff, who should use an anti-dandruff shampoo as indicated and recommended to them, we have an entire chapter on it. But everybody else should use no sulfates in the shampoo, and no over cleansing of hair at all, because over cleansing will not do good. In fact, over cleansing can be irritating. So the duration is 4 months to 1 year. So sometimes in a hormonal hair loss, the person needs to continue the treatment for 1 full year, because that is how long it can take for the hormones to get somewhat stabilized. But it definitely takes 4 to 6 months. It's a long term process, because the hormones haven't, one fine day in a blood test you may see that the hormone is not balanced, or there is high thyroid, or there is hypothyroid. But then this has not happened in a day. This is an accumulation of several weeks, months, or years of not having an empowered habits in your daily regime. So it takes time to get rebalanced. So sometimes in a hormonal hair loss, I say that let's surrender to this treatment for 1 year, so that in that time, without stressing ourselves, without overwhelming ourselves, we can also get our on track, our hormones on balance, and then we can see good results in the overall health and definitely hair. But then generally in 2 to 3 months, which is 8 to 12 weeks, people start seeing results. In fact, even in hormonal hair loss, many times there could be thinning also. You start seeing the scalp. People start asking them, "Oh my God, why are you losing so much hair? Are you? I can almost see your scalp. क्या हो रहा है तुझे?" So in 8 to 12 weeks, people are able to see results even in the worst kind of hormonal problems. Even if they're not able to get their hormones under extreme control, some kind of positive lifestyle changes still gives them results. But then the excuse that, okay, my hair is getting better, so I am relaxed, should not be the attitude. I mean, if the cause of your hair fall is hormonal, I think you should get your hormones realigned, because healthy hormones is the key to health at various levels. So the maintenance is long term. So once a hormonal problem, the person can go back into the hormonal problem. People get out of PCOD, and people then get their PCOD back again. So it depends on, I told you, the lifestyle factors like food habits, stress, and general lifestyle habits. So then there should be a maintenance which is long term. Such people should go for an annual evaluation to an endocrinologist or a wellness specialist. Lifestyle modification, make fun and easy changes in your lifestyle. Do not stress yourself, do not make extreme changes, because those extreme changes are not going to be long lasting changes. So make simple changes, but make sure that you are able to follow them for life. Weekend maintenance. So by weekend maintenance, I mean taking the multi nutrition, applying the hair regrowth tonic once or twice a week is something I like to recommend, because when it comes to hair loss, prevention is definitely better than cure. You know, so many people around you who have lost such a lot of hair that now regrowth is not even possible. So why get into that stage, or why depend on only lifestyle to give you the results that you want? Because yes, it's possible to get the results that you want only with lifestyle, but in that case it requires a very very high level of discipline, which may not be possible. You may not be ready for it at this time, because there are too many things asking for your attention. So my approach would be a moderate lifestyle modification along with the 4 step therapy. And even the 4 step therapy, sometimes I do not stop it completely. I tell people to go for a weekend maintenance. And of course, the regular review is definitely necessary, because the lifestyle problem brews inside for years, the hormonal problem brews inside for years, and then one day it shows us signs and symptoms. So once you have a hormonal kind of a hair loss, or you have any problem that leads to a hormone which tells you that your hormones are not too much into balance, I think you should meet your doctor once in a year and make sure that everything is aligned, everything is fine. So hair mesotherapy and PRP, which are in-clinic treatments, which are more aggressive treatments, which make sure that the hair follicles stay alive, that thinning or balding does not happen. So if a person has hormonal hair loss, I would recommend, let's not waste time, and because the absorption is also hampered, and at multiple levels the person is generally upset, stressed. So all this put together, sometimes we see that despite doing the right thing, the results are slow, the results get stuck. So hair mesotherapy, PRP both do very, very well. Explain both the hair mesotherapy and PRP to you. Any questions, you're welcome to ask me. And I hope you now get the differentiation. Why did we make it so complicated in the beginning? Because it is important to differentiate, it is important to know what is the reason. If the reason is X, then what are the 4 steps that will align with that reason? And I hope it's getting simpler and simpler with this chapter, and it's getting clearer and clearer. Waiting for your questions and waiting for your compliments too. Thank you so much.